All right, so check this out here. So right now I've got this command that I'm working on. If I run this, so you can see it blows up on me. I'm missing a B variable here, and that is actually right here. So if I want to test this out here, well, yeah, I could add it back in with Copilot here and hit tab to accept that then. Now, if I want to test this out, watch what happens if I just hit one key here. First, I'll save, and then I'll hit the F11 key here. Watch this here. Opens it back up, and look at that. Over on the right, it actually tests that command that I was working with. You can see down below in the lower left, it executed it. So I restarted Neovim, reloaded my config, and I executed the command that I was testing. It's a really nice way to be able to work through a series of changes to your configuration without manually quitting out, opening back up, and then running a command. So if you want to understand how to do this, how I have this set up here, well, let me take you through the steps here. All right, so this is a favorite little addition I added to my Neovim config the other day. So when I'm working on configuration and I'm trying to run a command or rerun some configuration as I make changes to it, it's nice to be able to re-execute it without a lot of hassle. And a lot of times that involves restarting Neovim and then running something. And so, of course, the hard way to go about this would be to save a file here and quit out then, and then come back in here. And you can see how many times I restarted Neovim there. So that's a hard way to go about it, because now then I have to go back in time here and I have to find the command that I want to run. For example, this key maps by LHS that I've been working on here. I can run that again. I can see the output of that. All right. And maybe I want to change this here. For example, I've got key maps listed over in this little message buffer over on the right. I'd like the key maps to be sorted alphabetically, but I don't want to differentiate capital R here, for example, versus little r here. So I'd like them to be sorted together. Right now they're not. So here is my sort function. So if I wanted to make a change to this, I'd need to modify my comparison here. I'd like to do something that would take out the consideration of the casing. And so to update this, maybe I do something like vim and function and to lower. And you can see my AI is suggesting a completion there to fix that. And so now to test this out, watch what happens here. So if I just hit the F11 key, I've got this set up to quit out, to restart, and look at that. It actually reran the last command here, and you can see right in the middle, IR, little r, and I, capital R. So basically I set up a sequence of commands that will quit out. So just like you would do with WQ here. And then it runs Neovim here. And then once it does that, then it pulls back two commands back here to the key maps by LHS. It runs that then, and then it shows the output over on the right. So this could execute anything I could possibly want. It doesn't have to be just this command that I'm working on here. And if you're curious about how this is set up here, well, a couple of ways to approach this. I'm using Keyboard Maestro for part of it. The F11 part needs to run outside of Neovim because I'm going to quit Neovim and then open it back up. And you can see here when I press F11, the first thing it does here is it actually presses a shortcut I have with F10. So F10 in my case here will just quit out and start back up, but it won't run that last command. And actually that's going to orchestrate yet another command here, which is F9, which actually just quits out of Neovim for me. And so in that case, it doesn't open things back up. So that'll execute the F10 macro. That's right here. In this case, basically just hits the escape key. So if I'm sitting inside a Neovim here, maybe I'm in insert mode. Well, of course, I hit the escape key at least a few times, or at least once here. Come back into normal mode. Once I'm in normal mode, then next thing I can do, I can quit out of everything, QA. That's not going to save though. So if I have changes, this won't work. I set that up intentionally. I don't want to forcefully just remove some of my changes in my files here. And so now if I hit F10, in this case, it won't let me exit. And that's because I have changes that I need to decide. Do I want to save these? Do I want to abandon these? What I want to do? Perhaps I even have changes across multiple files. So I'll have to deal with that first though. Assuming I have no changes here, like if I undo everything, then of course F10 is going to work. So QA and then enter to submit that. I wait about a third of a second here, just a brief amount of time, because the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm literally going to type in Neovim here, and then the return key. You can't see that here, but there's actually a return key in here, carriage return. And so that's actually going to basically launch the Neovim command here. So let me show you what that looks like here. If I were to just exit out here with F9, basically what that looks like, I do NVIM and enter. That's all that's going to do. So you can see the series of events there, the series of commands will then quit out and open things back up. And then if I come back to F11 here, once the F10 macro is done, go back into command line mode. So I type the colon key and then up twice here now. Yeah, you can see there's the last command. So typically the last command will be 2 up because I run the QA to quit. And so it'd be 2 back then to run the previous command. So once I do that, then use the up arrow twice. That selects that, and then just hit return here to run that command. And that's all there is really to it. And I find this useful because a lot of times when you're changing your configuration, the best way to understand if it works is to do a full restart of Neovim and then run some sort of test there to make sure it actually works. And so by having a macro available at the press of a button, just encourages me to be able to develop more of my configuration, to do more things with my configuration, because it makes it a lot easier to test things out. Now, there's one piece of all of this that I glossed over. I've got a separate video about that. I'll link in the comments to that. Basically, I need to have some sort of session management or workspace management so that when I quit out, normally if you quit out here of everything, when you open things back up here, you wouldn't open up where you left off. Well, I have a little workspace plugin or configuration that handles reloading the files that I had open previously. So that's obviously a part of this as well. If you mesh that in, then you get a really neat workflow here.